All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody around the East Coast, West Coast, Florida area. I'm your favorite host tonight, Rashawn 757, Mr. Ronald 757. My left hand side, 515 Josh. He's taking care of some business right now, so hopefully he'll come back. He'll come back soon. And my homeboy Ivy down in the Florida area, Mr. Florida Keys, man,
I'm
down
in
there, Rick
Orlando now.
Ross. Excuse me, Orlando.
Yeah, I was in
Down
Miami last
down.
week. We talked.
So hey, how you guys doing tonight, bro?
It's all right. It feels different.
He said feel different.
Yeah, my kids went to school for President's Day today. I'm like, I thought it was a
Oh,
holiday.
they did. Dang, they did. Cause
Yeah,
down here in Virginia, the kids are out for school today.
that's what I thought. But I don't
Uh,
know.
I guess your governor said your kids are going to school. Bet your governor must have said something about that. But anywho, we had NBA All Star Week. Weekend. Now the All Star game was kind of boring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
I and
Sorry.
I think both Pro Bowl and NFL that shit over with.
Bro, the NBA All Star format, it's okay. It's not this. It's not like the East and West. It's nothing like that. Which I'm kind of like disappointed that they like bypassed that. But I'm like, I mean, come on now. You got Jason Tatum against Jalen Brown going up against each other. I'm like, no, uh.
Yeah, I don't know. The dunk contest. What do you guys think of that?
That was
Actually, liked it.
phenomenal.
I liked it actually.
I
That
liked
was
it.
decent. That was decent.
Got a
Shoot,
lot of hype.
Mac McClung.
yes,
Mac
Matt
McClung
McClain. That
throwing it
dude
back
is
to high school.
that dude is nasty. That dude is nasty.
It was cool. It reminded me of a little bit of that old movie with Wesley Snipes, White Man
Oh
Can't
what?
Jump.
Oh yeah. I knew you about to say that, bro.
And he, what do you do, a windmill? What do you
That
call it?
that, that
And
dude did a
I think
freaking windmill.
I think he did like a close to a five, close to a 720 dunk, but I think it was like a 540 spin type.
It
Man,
was it was nice and all, but
yeah.
that it got hyped like if he did the Vince Carter dunk. He didn't do
You talking
that.
about you talking when he did his arm against in the
When
rim?
he was like, yeah, when he was like, it's over.
When he
But
you
yeah,
know
Yeah,
when Vince Carter did between the legs and up?
yeah.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on. They Well, there wasn't no social media or nothing like that, but back then, but
Boy, they had social media today, bro. Back then, boy.
I'm like, I'm gonna say it. Okay, a white man did a windmill. Okay, like, okay, that's it. It was alright.
But I think it's because the fact that he's 6'2". Like you don't really see 6'2" guards dunk like that.
Nah,
Like
Yeah,
Kyrie,
but
Kyrie don't even dunk like that. You know.
even
I don't,
Kyrie,
I,
even
don't, I, don't,
Kyrie,
I don't even think Curry really dunks.
Yeah,
he
Curry.
don't.
Kyrie
Curry,
doesn't
he
like that.
Kyrie don't he don't dunk.
Um, that's
They
all
don't.
I
They
can
don't
think of.
really
6'2".
dunk like that. All right, so I got a
Mm-mm.
question for y'all. Zion Williams,
Okay.
Oh shit.
is he trending towards being a bust
No,
Nah,
or too many injuries?
too many injuries.
It ain't looking good though.
No, it's not.
what is your definition of a bust?
Yeah, what
Well,
is definition for a
the
bust?
way they hyped him, he was gonna. They hyped him hard. I haven't
This
seen
was
nobody hype like that since LeBron. He wasn't gonna be no
true.
LeBron.
Oh no. Oh
Nowhere
no.
near it.
Uh,
True.
Okay, it's okay to be injured. That's part of life, part of the game. But
True.
to be out of shape,
that's a problem.
that reminds me of Jamarcus Russell 101. Comparing.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Ivy does got a point because the Marcus Russell he had too much body fat on him when he was in
He,
LSU.
he, he was out of shape.
Yep.
That Jamarcus Russell never was injured. He had more talent than anybody, but he was just out of shape.
Yeah.
That tells me he don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But then you don't pay somebody 30, $50 million and not have somebody like a nutrition or somebody that
You said the
watches it.
same. You said the same thing my dad was
Yeah, I'm
saying
telling
the
you.
past
Yeah,
2 years.
yeah, it is
You
out
gonna
of
pay
control.
somebody 100 grand just to watch them.
I probably had if I was playing, I probably had nutrition and a chef
Nutrition,
in my house saying this is what you got to eat so you can stay healthy, so you stay in shape, or fruit or vegetables or something.
some contracts don't even let them ride motorcycles. Cause I got some friends that are professional athletes. They got some contracts they can't even ride on a motorcycle or do type of adventure stuff like that.
Hmm.
Like you remember back in the days they had all these like summer pickup games or like Vince
Yeah,
Carter summer game and all that stuff. That's done with.
And that's because
especially
of
when
what
they
happened
had
to Jay
and one.
Williams. That's what happened to Jay Williams. I mean, got in a motorcycle accident. Never the
Exactly.
same.
I think it
Especially,
happened right after him. Now
Yeah.
I love Jay Williams. He was probably one of my top three favorite players in college.
Hmm.
And I assume because a lot of Duke players take Tatum out, they don't really become much in the NFL, you know, like that. And Duke
Right.
sends a lot of players. Duke reminds me of Florida. Their players take Emmett Smith out, and Emmett Smith was like a Florida player, but like, eh, they're bust university.
hmm
Florida is with a lot of talent, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think NBA not it's gonna get good now. I like the trades. I'm intrigued by the Suns. I really am.
Hmm.
I
Kevin
think
Durant.
they went all in, and
Yeah, they did.
Championship or bust.
oh yeah, that's
Yep.
championship or bust.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
And they only got what two years to really do it.
yeah,
Two
that's
seasons,
it.
I
Well,
guess.
is
That's it
Kevin
right
Durant a
there.
free agent after the year, or what's his deal?
No, I
No.
think
No,
I think he has what's the deal that I think he has 2 more years
2 more
Well, that's
years.
good. That's
on
worth it.
his contract.
That's worth it. But it's championship or bust. I let's talk about the Heat trade. The Heat
Oh
pickup.
yeah. I even talking about this yesterday, bro.
Bro, I'm sorry, Ivy. I mean, I like Kevin Love, former Cav. He's not gonna do it. He's not
He's not
gonna
gonna
do it
do
for
it. I
y'all.
think it's 10 years too late.
It's
Yeah,
too late
he's
because
not gonna do
when
it
he
for you.
when he was in Cleveland, his
He's
first
not
year
gonna average a double double. He's
When
not gonna average
LeBron
a
was
double
there
double.
in Cleveland, and and he got hurt against Boston in the first round when the player hold on to his shoulder, and then LeBron carried most of that team once Kevin Love got hurt. So I don't know if this is gonna work out in Miami. I'm just saying I don't know.
Nah, he's a good bench player. Um, he ain't
You,
gonna
you
do
got you
nothing.
got Bam out of bottle starting over Kevin Love. So
Oh hell yeah!
Mm.
But I see the Heat as one and done. They'll make the playoffs, but
they're not going to the finals. So
I didn't
They're
know
not
they
even gonna
don't even
sniff
make
the
the
finals.
semifinals.
no,
They're not gonna
it,
sniff the finals.
it's not like last year when we kept beating up on everybody and we faced Boston. I was still shocked Miami got to the Eastern Conference finals.
Let me see. I'm gonna see what they are right now. What position they're in, coming from the All Star break in the standings.
Then the seventh seed in the playing tournament.
Pull it up. I can pull it up for the people at home.
Yeah, go ahead on pull it up for the people,
Yeah,
please.
they're seventh. But you know what? From 7 to 4 is only like 3 games difference. So they'll battle it out
So
there.
Brooklyn got to lose some games so Miami can get back get out that playing tournament.
Yeah, that'll
Cause
be good. If they go on a run. But it's all good. I just don't see it happening, man. Pat Riley needs to make a real move. That's just
Yeah,
a
he does.
pickup. That's not even a move. That's one of them pickups.
that's like getting
He'll, he'll
that's like getting a pair of sneakers from Foot Locker with Pat Riley.
yeah, he's gonna
I,
sit in the bench next to fucking Udonis Haslam. I think they're like 100 years old combined.
He need to
yeah,
retire.
Udonis needs to go, man.
He need to he just I got a problem with him, but he needs he been in too long. He need to go ahead and just retire.
He's waiting for
Like,
the Heat to fire Spoelstra so he can get the coaching job. He's waiting on it.
Yeah, but at this point, it's not even supposed.
it's not even worth it now, bro. Like,
He's,
Yeah, like okay, what are you giving Spoelstra? He's doing. I would agree with Spoelstra's doing the best he can right now with the team he got.
I agree with that too.
yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
true.
Kyle Lowry, another one was overweight last year in the playoffs. That looked bad.
He embarrassed us against Boston. I'm talking about like in Game 7, bro. That dude just like he just like what's a like an on and off switch. He was like an on and off switch in
That
Game
man was not
Seven.
in shape to play. He
No,
looked fat. He
and
was
Tyler
fat.
Hero and Tyler Hero he played mostly hurt during that whole series. And then how in the world Jimmy Butler? That's the part I got a problem with Jimmy Butler, bro. How in the world you trying to go for you trying to go for a jump shot, but you can go for a dunk? You gonna make a freaking 3-pointer? You gonna miss the shot?
Listen,
I
I
was
was
like,
at the game.
what is
I was
wrong
I
with
was at the
you?
game. And he had the whole lane to himself. One person.
I was
Hey
like,
man,
what are
he just
you
choked.
doing? Yeah, he
He just
choked.
choked. I
That's
was at
bad.
the game. I saw he could have just drove it, tied it. He had the open shot
Yeah, he did.
still. And you know what? It's a game of inches because the ball rimmed out.
Yeah, it did. That's true.
And if it would have went in, then he would have been a fucking hero. Yada yada. But it rimmed out and whatever. But still, the
Yeah.
the, the smart play was drive it, get a foul, or get the bucket. We're at
And then
home,
it
you
was
know.
a, that's an embarrassing part. That's the embarrassing part in Miami. If they lose at home, that's barely that's really embarrassing.
But they were down the whole game. They were
Yeah, they
losing the
were.
whole game, and they went
Yes.
on that run.
Yep.
But
The, the,
they were
the,
down. They were down the whole game. So hey, but Jimmy Butler is getting up there in age. Jimmy
Yeah, he
Butler's not
is.
a number one. He's not a number
Nope.
two. He's like a 3.5 right now, and he ain't getting any younger.
Mm-mm.
Just that's it. So ain't not much to it.
I think
Pat Riley needs to go. Pat Riley needs to go. We need some young blood.
he need to sell that
I
team though.
agree.
He
I
needs
agree.
No, he
This
got
is
the
he
what
money.
happens. This is what happens when you have a team full of undrafted players, second
mm-hmm.
rounders. This is what happens.
That's what he does.
Yeah, it always ever since LeBron, it always been like that. He kicking all these guys from the draft and the D League team and free agency. When they got Granger, I was like, and they got Hassan Whiteside. I was like, Pat Riley, what do you do? He burnt that money
Now,
in
I'll
I,
tell you
24.
this about Whiteside. I'm gonna throw him under the bus. He got that money. He went partying. He said, "F this," because remember, they get they gave him over. They gave him they gave him a max contract, so he got
Yeah,
like
they
two
did.
fifty, but
5 years, I think.
something like that. But they wrote him a check for like 150 million up front.
Good lord.
Yeah, and like they just gave Tyler Hero 100 and change up front.
And Tyler Hero,
But I'm talking
he
about Whiteside. He blew it. He didn't care no more. Sometimes when these guys and don't matter if it's NFL, basketball, once they get that big contract check, it's over.
they go partying, they go
It's
to some
over.
club.
Yeah. And I tell people, I said, it's funny how LeBron left and we got Whiteside. Imagine if LeBron would have stayed and Whiteside would have been that center. But yeah, he blew that. I see him at the clubs all the time, Miami and Vegas. He's over with.
Is he out of the league?
Get him out the league.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
I think
Okay.
Have you seen
I
him?
think he was a bench player in Portland last year or the year before. He's riding
Okay.
the bench somewhere. Last I heard he was in Portland, but that's about it. Um, that's about it with Whiteside. But he blew it. I don't. He just blew it. You could say he was a bust after he got the money, but he got the
Hmm.
money and got paid. He got money and
I
got
wouldn't
paid.
say. I,
He got the money and got paid. For me, a bust is
Yeah.
something that doesn't make it nowhere. No All Star game. Never got a big contract. He got his contract and he said the hell with it.
I see this man. He rocking Air Jordan 11s at the Miami Heat. When he was playing in Miami, he had a variety of sneakers like LeBron, Jordans.
So what do you think of the Hurricanes? They finally got a offensive coordinator.
Hey Ivy, we both called it because I remember you said say we hire office coordinator. He said I'm snapping. He said I'm
Yeah,
snapping.
yeah, bro.
I wonder how Uncle Luke feel, bro.
He's so pissed because y'all not winning.
He
Uncle Luke.
Luke Skywalker. That's what everybody call him.
You know, Luke's a big Hurricane fan,
Shoot,
but
yes he is.
he's a big Hurricane fan. Uh, you don't know, man. If it's, I think what I hear the rumor is he's a big spread guy. They call him air it out, whatever.
You know the air raid offense.
Yeah, but I heard as soon as they hired him, the running backs coach left because he's not down with that. You know,
He's back at Ole Miss.
yeah, he supposedly this offensive coordinator don't like to run the ball that much. So what the hell's he doing there? You know,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't. That concerns me a little bit. You know, the coaches just left like that. It's too late to leave. You usually leave once the season ends. You know, a week or two.
And we just got a linebacker coach from Louisville too. And we
I
got
like
somebody from
him.
Florida State. Yeah, he good.
I
He's a
like
good.
him a lot.
I think he doing. I think he might do better than Charlie Strong. I think.
Charlie Strong is old. He needs to go to Boca Raton and retire. You could tell, you know, like.
He did.
But
He did look kind of stressed out though when we lost to Pittsburgh that last game. He did look kind of stressed out.
Did you see his linebackers trying to tackle this year?
Terrible. It was terrible in the spring game. I'm telling you, it was terrible in the spring game.
Man, I never seen ever. Not I'm not even talking Miami teams. Any team out there, that was bad. That was whoever 17 for Miami. That's the worst
Mm-hmm.
linebacker I've seen in my life. Wayne, I don't know, man. That dude was terrible.
Cause I was like, when I saw the spring game last year, and and I was like, there's no improvement on offense. That Gaddis offense, I said, this ain't gonna work.
No, but I like that we're airing it out.
Finally,
Uh,
about time.
you know, we got the athletes in Miami for it. Let's get them on the field. Uh, you know, forget all this Big Ten football. Let's get some
That
damn coaches here, man, that want to be here. Not, you
yeah,
know.
and not just like be here for like one season, then they go back to where they used to be, like Lashley.
Man, I miss Lashley. Man, I
And
miss him.
Lashley, hey, you talking about tempo ball, bro? I mean, you talking about like literally tempo ball the entire time. When we played against Virginia Tech, Tyler Van Dyke, that dude was like going crazy.
He was. I think I liked his offense. The little knock I could do, just just being a little too strict. The running game was, a little bit. He should have ran the ball a little more. But his offense is what we needed. But what I don't get is, this is what I heard that, and that's me being a net picker. I heard
Yeah,
he
go
got
ahead.
fired. I heard he got fired at Southern Miss for calling plays, and
What
they
you talking about just
demoted.
now?
Yeah, and they demoted
What?
him at
That's some
Houston.
breaking news right there.
Yeah, he was fired. Like he got them from
Holy
calling
cow.
plays at Southern Miss,
Uh huh.
and then they demoted him in Houston from calling plays.
Let me see. Let me see this
Somebody
here.
posted that on the Miami versus FSU board that we're hiring people that got fired.
Actually, no, Ivy is right though, because it's holy, holy ish. Yep.
So that's a huge red flag.
Since Lashley, he took he had some heat last season when he was a coach at SMU. When I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a good offensive coordinator, but the head coach, I was like, I don't know about him leaving Miami going to SMU because imagine he would have stayed this this past season with Cristobal, imagine we would have won like 5 or 6 games with him.
Nah, hell no. I say with him we win at least 9.
Okay,
Hell yeah, no
hey,
less than 9.
that's a shocker. He got fired because I forgot he was in American he was in the American Conference because
Oh no, my bad. He got fired at Southern Miss, and he got demoted in Kentucky from calling plays.
okay
Yeah.
because he had the same issue at Auburn because he got careless against Alabama every year as offensive coordinator when he was in Auburn.
No, I'm talking about the new offensive coordinator for Miami.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about him. But hey, man, Nick Saban was a defensive back coach for like 25 years before he got a chance. But a lot of people don't know Nick Saban worked with Belichick for many years.
In Cleveland,
Cleveland. But listen, man, you don't need much in then college football. All you got to do is recruit.
all you gotta do is recruit and win.
Yeah, because I seen idiots. They're gonna put Larry Coker in the Hall of Fame and some other coaches. Them boys were idiots. I'll be
Larry
honest
Cook.
with you.
Only good year Larry Coker had as a Miami Hurricane fan was that 01 team.
Yeah,
That was it.
and listen, in life, you can't think with your heart. You gotta think with your head. All the players wanted Coker. F the players.
Come think
Look what
about
happened
it.
now.
If Miami will if Florida State we did beat Florida State in 2000. If Florida State would have never played a national championship game, Miami would have faced Oklahoma in 2000 in the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, that was a rig. Look at the whole the whole championship thing is a rig. Make them play a small bracket. What you guys think? Make them play like a 16-team playoff.
Yeah, they should. That would be nice. Because I think, to be honest with you, I'm thinking if because the only stupid thing that Bush Davis did was leave Miami going to Cleveland, and he couldn't do
Yeah, but
nothing in Cleveland.
he trying to get paid.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
Cleveland paying 50 million. Miami ain't paying that.
Yeah, that's true.
Miami ain't paying that at the time. Hell no. So okay, it's setback, but like let's talk about the here and now. All these bowl games, the championship, the Orange Bowls, Sugar Bowl, whatever.
Hmm.
All the rest of the bowl games that I seen, and I went to the one with LSU Purdue here in Orlando, bro. They're not even 40% full. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
You're right.
It's like, oh, and half the players don't play in them. Like if it's not the championship game or the playoff games, the top players ain't playing in them. So
They
they're just
preparing for the
putting it on.
NFL draft.
Yeah, man. Let's make a bracket. 16 teams. The first
They,
play the I say two alternates from these divisions, and then first, second place in each division. Put them to play.
hmm. But I'm
They're gonna
thinking
do it. They're gonna do it
because
soon.
they already talking about having a expanded playoff for this season coming up, which is a good thing. That means the season might be a little longer now, especially December going to January time too.
Yeah, this is all money. This is all money. Never forget that.
Especially next year, USC and UCLA going to Big Ten, Texas and Oklahoma going to SEC. So we're really going to see some good, interesting change in 2024.
SC is going to the Big Ten, right?
Huh?
Who's going to the Big Ten? USC.
USC and UCLA.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
But hey, the Pat 12 hasn't even got a TV contract with these networks yet, like ESPN, ABC,
Yeah,
or
UCF
Fox.
is going to the Big 12. I think they are next year, the year after that, whatever.
That's a shot.
Yeah,
That's a
I think
shocker.
they're. I think yeah, they're.
Oregon needs Oregon's market's gonna cry. Is gonna suck.
I think they need. I think as an Oregon Duck fan and as a Miami fan, I think Oregon need to go to the Big Ten too.
They need to go
Well,
somewhere,
well,
but
who? Well, Well, what happened to the Pac-12 man? Because the Pac-12 only
They're gonna have
have
to come. They're gonna have to come to.
Stanford.
They're gonna have to come to Big Ten, or if
So
BYU
if they, so you
or has to
think
BYU
the
come to the
merge,
Pac-12, then we be good.
they have to
Because
merge conferences, I guess.
they got to merge the conferences or something. Because that would be nice if like all the conferences merge together and play each other. You know, that would be kind of nice.
Nah,
I don't think it
I
would.
don't think NCAA gonna. I don't think the NCAA gonna do.
it's looking sloppy in the West Coast, honestly.
It is because the two teams is leaving is USC and UCLA, and the Pac-12 probably won't be the same after 2024.
The Big 12 is gonna suck.
Texas and Oklahoma leaving, so
Yeah, so well, the SEC is gonna drive all the money, which they do anyway.
they run that revenue money. That's when why they got so many TV contract deals like CBS, ESPN, ABC.
Yeah, they run that money, but so I hope I still think it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be a Georgia Alabama league
Yeah,
until Nick Saban doesn't retire. Alabama's not gonna lose more than 2 games a year, 1 game a year.
no,
He needs to retire already. I hope.
yeah, because that,
But
that dude that dude just like unbeatable, bro. Like, every time he just he just unbeatable.
he's just a good coach, man. And listen,
Yeah,
he's hiring the people we're not.
Hmm.
Like Tommy
Ke-
Rees, defensive
Kevin
coordinators like
Kevin Steele.
Kevin Steele
But
got
Kevin Steele, he comfortable coach. He comfortable coaching the SEC than the ACC. That's how I
I,
see it.
I think that's gonna be his downfall next year. I'm gonna save this recording. Hiring Kevin Steele next year when they play Georgia or LSU, he's gonna be his downfall.
Yeah,
That's his downfall.
I mean it's true because I mean when we played Texas A&M week two was it no week no week three that was the best defense we seen. I seen in Miami with Texas A&M.
Yeah, and they were young too. But we didn't really like. Nah, honestly, I'm gonna tell you this. Florida State defense was better.
They got good defense.
Florida State, and it sucks because I thought a lot of them. Two players had a chance to leave early. They would have been first round picks. They stayed. That's not smart, but whatever. They stayed. That defensive end that Florida State got, Versa, something with a V, he's good as hell.
It's just like Florida State got more beef on the defensive line when they
But
play Miami.
I'm glad
100%.
Florida State gave Mike Norvell a huge extension. They're gonna
Me too.
regret that
Oh,
because
oh,
He said they're gonna regret that.
yeah,
you
Damn.
he's not all.
gotta regret it.
You
I,
know how many
I
top ten
agree.
teams?
Yeah, he is not.
Hey, that do
He's
kind of
not
make
all
sense
that.
though.
He's not all
Nah,
that. But I feel like
He's
I
getting
don't
paid
know.
like a top five coach now.
He is. He
yeah,
is.
He's never
yes.
he's never beat a top 10 team.
He,
Has never won the division. He don't got no signature wins.
He
true.
hasn't
He
even
had a
been. Hey, he hasn't even been in the playoff yet.
no.
True.
He had a good year in a terrible year in the ACC.
True.
This year
That's
was
true.
terrible. It's like basketball.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you. But you know what? They're hyping him up. Listen,
They are
he's
helping
not
him.
as bad as Willie Taggart. Willie Taggart's the worst coach I've seen ever.
I can tell you about Willie Taggart at Oregon. That dude, he turned Oregon around like his second year in 2017. So when he went to Florida State, I was like, bro, you. Mm. And so Cristobal took over that team that Taggart recruited.
DeAndre
Man, I'll
Francois
be honest
never
with you, bro. I'm
developed.
like, you can't compare the Pac-12 with the SEC or the
No,
ACC.
no, you
And
can't. There's no
and I'll be
comparison.
honest. And okay, when Crystal Ball was at Oregon, USC sucked. They were
Yes,
terrible.
yes.
Utah was not really there yet, and then when Utah got there, Utah is Mario Cristobal's daddy. They beat the brakes off them.
I mean, hey, I can relate to this as a Pac-12 guy.
Yeah.
He beat Mario Cristobal twice in 2021 in the regular season and in the Pac-12 championship game. He made
Yeah,
I didn't say that he made Mario Cristobal look like a fool.
like
He
okay,
like he know what to do.
yeah, like there's different losses. Okay, you lost at the last minute or you went out fighting. But when you're losing by 30, you're really losing by 40. But then they're putting the walk-ons.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it, before that year happened, when we was like dominating the Pac-12, we beat Utah twice regular season and won the Pac-12 championship. I think in 2021 when we played them twice, I think the coach for Utah was trying to give Mark Cristobal a taste of his own medicine.
Could be. I'm
Cause
still
come
mad
think
at
about
Utah
it,
though. I'm still mad at Utah because they had Florida in the 3 yard line. They called some dumbass play and lost.
you know.
You
But
know what
check
I'm
this
talking
out.
about?
Yeah, but check this out. When Mark Cristobal was at Oregon, he was, let me see how I can specify, a run game coordinator. He was a run game coordinator for 2 years. He was there, and then he was at Nick Saban when he was at Alabama. He was an offensive line coach. He got two national championship rings.
I already told you about him in Alabama.
Yeah,
They used him.
yeah, they did.
He's a great recruiter. He's endless. And smart by Saban. That's the type of moves you got to make. I would love for Miami Hurricanes to hire Reggie Wayne. It's not gonna happen, but
No,
that
that's
that
not.
would
That's
be
not. That would
that.
be. I know Owen don't like that. You know
Yeah,
he.
he,
I
he
mean,
got an NFL job. He's not coming here.
No,
Nobody,
he not coming. He not coming to Miami.
if he was older, he would probably do it.
it's because once they got the NFL job, they don't got to babysit no more.
No,
They don't got to
Yeah,
really
you got.
babysit.
You ain't got to recruit. You ain't got to recruit in the NFL like you do in college.
but you don't
That-
have to sit with the players and how's the classes going? You,
yeah,
And so
none of
how does
that. So, but like now, hopefully next week we have a running backs coach and a wide receivers coach. That's key.
that's what we need ASAP. That's like how can I say it? That's like an emergency.
But I feel like they need somebody with a vibe, young, that is brings a vibe, like Dion. Like man, Dion just needs to hire good assistants, and I will always say this about Dion. He went there for the money. If he would have went to South Florida, USF,
So Florida State.
he would have built that program and would have took over the state.
Oh yeah,
Why? If
he had the most top recruits in Florida. He was coaching in Florida, like you said. Yeah.
yeah, like you had University of South Florida, but they didn't have the money to pay him.
right.
You would have took over because you're Dion. You bring a vibe. You're a closer, like in sales. Once people are calling him, Mario's calling people. Recruits are calling Dion.
Hmm.
Why Colorado? You well, South Florida didn't have the money. And I honestly thought he was going to Georgia Tech.
I thought
I
he was. I was
I
kind of
I
shocked.
thought
Auburn
I
didn't.
thought he
I was
would
trying to
I
shut.
would yeah I thought he would take
Nah,
the Auburn job.
me too, because and then until they hired somebody else.
I don't think Auburn took him too serious. They didn't even interview him. I know that Georgia Tech interviewed him.
Yeah,
South Florida did. Auburn should have hired him because that's
they should have.
all you need is players. All you
Yes,
need is listen. All you need is players
I
and a
think
good
in
offensive
And
coordinator.
it's freaking Auburn. It's like
it's Auburn. It's
he
SEC.
can he can
Yeah,
still be all glitz and glamour Dion and still it's
I
Well,
would have.
on
Auburn.
If he
yeah,
would have took that Atlanta job, Georgia Tech is in Atlanta.
Yeah, he would.
Oh,
Yeah, I think he
he
would
had
have
a
great.
whole.
I think Georgia Tech would have been on right
But
now
check this out,
if he was.
Georgia Tech. But check this out, he would have been at Georgia Tech. He would get all the Georgia recruits.
Georgia Tech would actually be a good football team.
Yes,
They'll
yes,
actually
of
be
course.
watchable.
Yeah,
and he played in Atlanta. He got a big following in Atlanta,
yes.
huge. So I don't know. I don't. It's just the money. They didn't have the money.
I felt the same about when he was at Jackson State last year when
Because
he was
remember
at.
one thing: the money they're paying now, is not the money they were paying before.
Right.
Tyler
Right.
Hero has a bigger contract than Jordan ever had in his career.
Right.
So does
Right.
Adebayo or whoever you want to say. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. But I think I I won't be shocked if in a year or two Colorado wins that division because it's a joke over there.
True.
You know, especially
Yeah,
once
that's true.
Texas and Oklahoma leaves. Or is Colorado in the Pac-12? No, they're in the Big 12,
They're
right?
in the
They in
they're
the
in the
Pac. They in the
Pac-12.
Pac-12. They wasn't the Big 12 in the, like in the '90s because they moved to the
So
Pac.
they're
They
in the
moved to the,
Pac-10 now. Okay, bro.
Well, yeah, Pac-12. Yeah.
So
they
you
in the
gotta.
Pac-12.
That's your threat now. It's
Yeah, it
Oregon.
is. Yeah,
It's
that's my
Oregon,
threat.
UCLA, and this one is leaving. So it's gonna be them in Oregon, honestly.
And
And I like
or
Oregon's coaching. I like their coaching a lot.
Dan Lanning. See, let me tell you something about Dan Lanning. When Chris Ball left, right? Everybody was on a panic mode when he left to go to Miami. I mean,
Yeah.
he took his whole conditioning staff from Oregon that he hired from Oregon down to Miami, and Dan Lanning replaced his guys. Seemed like Oregon got better once Chris Ball left.
Well, nobody expected Bo Nix to like break out. That's another thing.
Yeah, that's true. Cause
I like Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix. He was a good quarterback at Auburn. I like Bo Nix a lot. He just has to be less sloppy, but
he,
he gonna do well. Um,
I think he's gonna finish up where he left off last year. This year, I
yeah,
think.
yeah,
Cause
hundred
I
percent.
could I could probably. I'm not saying undefeated, but I can probably see him improving throwing and running at the same time instead of taking them hard hits like he did with that ankle injury against Washington. Because if he would have got hurt against Washington, they would have won that game.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well,
And I
now
like
it's
that
probably
quarterback at Washington. He's a good
That
quarterback.
that dude is a
yes,
beat.
yeah.
I'm shocked he didn't go to the NFL, but
That's
maybe
what I said.
He's probably
players like that.
trying to get his draft stock up even higher. And just
He's good. Alabama got a question mark at quarterback. They don't have
They ain't
a plug quarterback like they
no.
had over the last couple of years. So they gonna be all right. Now Georgia got a new offensive coordinator, but and Mike Bobo's been in that system since I was in fucking middle school. I seen Mike Bobo at my high school.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I remember you told me that. Yeah,
yeah, I seen a bunch of them. Bobby Bowden. I like Bobby Bowden. What a nice guy. But Mike Bobo is it's the same thing. They've been Georgia's looking good, man. Georgia's looking real good.
they got all the recruits in Georgia, and they got some kids from Florida up playing for Georgia this season. Coming in, frustration was going to spring in the spring practice and spring ball. See who these kids are.
And I
need a
think
linebacker, go to Georgia. Need a linebacker, go to
Yeah,
Georgia.
he
You need
did.
a defensive end, go to Georgia. Need a safety, go to Georgia. They got in every
They got
position.
they got killers in Georgia. I'm telling y'all.
all right, let's bring up a better topic. And y'all might
Okay,
disagree with me, but
go
let's see.
ahead.
All right, Hurst. I like Jalen Hurst.
All right, go ahead.
Now, it's not about if he's gonna get it. He's
Mm-hmm.
gonna get a max contract.
Right. Which he should.
He should, but he's not worth that. He's gonna be Dak Prescott 2.0. What's gonna
You think?
happen is they're gonna give him that money, but then you're gonna have to get rid of other players because unfortunately you can't keep them all. That's what
It's
the
just how
Cowboys did.
it's like when the Cowboys, the Mark, they sent him to Philadelphia because Dez Bryant, they put him on a franchise tag, and the Cowboys was nothing in 2015, bro.
Yeah, but he's good. But I'm telling you, he got all right, where was Jalen Hurts without AJ Brown and that other receiver? That's a
That is a
big
good
difference.
that is a
On the
good
verge of
difference though.
losing his starting job.
You
Like,
know, the problem is he gonna, they're gonna demand a max con. He's playing with second round money right now. That's nothing.
right?
Mm.
That's
That's why Philly is so stacked because they're not burning. 30% of their salary cap on their quarterback. But
All right.
now he ain't gonna play no more. His people ain't his representatives ain't gonna let him play no more on a second round money.
Mm-hmm.
But if they give him a max contract, he's gonna be another to me another Dak Prescott. There's never gonna make it because Cowboys had to get rid of Byron Jones. They had to get rid of Armani Cooper and other
Cause
players because you can't keep them all. What's the
no,
salary cap here?
it's
And
just like it's just like when the Cowboys released Dion. That's how Dion ended up in Washington.
yeah,
'Cause-
You compare him to Dak Prescott. Now,
I'm
I'm
comparing not
looking.
not not the talent
Right,
wise of the game,
right,
just how it's
right.
gonna end
but
up.
like the contract was, I was definitely saying.
I don't know. It
And
feels
remember,
kind of.
Jerry Jones did not want to give Prescott that money. He
Nah, he
fought it
didn't.
to
I
the
remember
end
that.
because he knew once you go all in, you gotta go all in, and you gotta let some pieces go.
But that's also the same time where they paid Ezekiel Elliott as well.
But he didn't
They,
get a max
they
contract. He got some
right, but
money, but he didn't
He
get a
got
yeah,
some
max.
money. He ain't get no contract though.
Yeah. And Ezekiel Elliott took a pay cut last year.
they
He
did.
did. Yeah, he
And
did.
but Ezekiel Elliott. Listen, once they lost that run, that the Martin or they lost two offensive linemen that were like Pro Bowlers.
Yeah.
He wasn't the same.
No, from Tyron
He
Smith,
wasn't.
he was in and out injuries like that
Yeah,
whole season.
he's not the same. But if you put those two Pro Bowl offensive linemen, you best believe he's gonna run that ball.
Yeah.
But that's the thing now. He's gonna demand a max contract. He ain't gonna take nothing less. But then what does that do to the team?
Mm. It
That
just
that
it just reminded me of same thing in the Patriots. It's like when Julian Edelman came back from that injury, that ACL injury he had 2017, and we went out and picked up Brandon Cooks. We signed him for like a 1 year contract because we wasn't on because the fun thing about it, we wasn't on the edge of picking up him, but we needed an emergency wide receiver just in case Julian Edelman don't come back this whole season. I know he's gonna come back, and then 2018 come around, we released we traded Brandon Cooks for a draft pick for Houston. No, not Houston. The Rams. He went we sent him to the Rams because Julian Edelman came back that year. And then Brandon Cooks was nothing with the Rams in that Super Bowl when they played against the Patriots. He was nothing. He was like he was shut down the entire time.
that happens, and see that's why I like Bill Belichick, and that's why he's been successful. He knows who's good, and he knows who his system makes good, and he's not gonna. You're not okay. Look, Prescott. They offered him that money. The Cowboys haven't done nothing. You're setting you're killing your team for 5 years. A max contract is pretty much going all in,
Yep.
and if he don't convert, you failed.
Yep.
It's just that simple. So now, like the Eagles have good players, young players. They got an awesome receivers under contract. They got the 10th pick in the draft and another draft pick. But I feel like if they offer that max contract, phew, you're done.
Yep.
But you got to. But it's market value. It's just a thought because it's gonna happen.
Yep.
They're not playing on second round money. Like
No.
people making 40 million a year. They're saying Aaron Rodgers and these quarterbacks. These dudes playing on like 2 million, $3 million. That's a big difference.
I remember
So
I remember that St. Louis team they had in like '99 when they greatest show on turf when they won a Super Bowl and all them guys that came back they took a whole pay cut in like 2000 once Dick Vermeer resigned because Kurt Warner he was kind I think he was kind of he was pissed off about that.
yeah, Kurt Warner. That's what I was wondering. I had heard it, and I was like, damn. what's gonna happen, with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Man, he's good to me, but he's not a top 10 QB. Man, okay, he's not a
Well,
top 5, top 7. He's good. He's
Right.
good. Don't get me wrong, but you're not picking Jalen Hurts over Rodgers, over what's Mahomes,
Mm-hmm.
or what's the one in Buffalo? I forgot his name. Not bringing
Josh
it to me.
Allen. Josh
Yeah,
Allen.
you're not. There's a couple others, but what are you gonna
I,
do?
I
You
mean,
gotta pay him.
we'll see what Sirianni does, for him next season.
Yeah,
I
And
you
mean,
gotta pay the
Sirianni,
man.
and speaking of Sirianni, he lost two of his assistant coaches to the Cardinals. That's a big loss right there.
Yeah, that is. But I think Sirianni was calling those plays too. He had a lot of input there.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, let's get off topic. I don't
Yeah.
understand. Well, I see the logic of it.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive coordinator of the Chiefs left to the Redskins.
Oh yeah, that's a big
Yeah.
loss right there for the Chiefs.
Now
Oh yeah.
I feel like he left because he's really trying to get a head coaching job, and
Which
they're not
I don't
taking
blame
him
him for
serious.
leaving.
They're not taking him seriously with the Chiefs. So
I
I
don't
feel
blame him for
like
leaving. I
if
would
he
have done the
can
same thing.
if he can work with like who's their quarterback? Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz
Taylor
is
Heineke,
yeah,
Taylor
Heineke.
Heineke.
Yeah,
Taylor
Taylor
Heineke, and Sam Howell.
He looks
If
like
he could
he looks like he works at Cracker Barrel. What the fuck?
he was on the street like what week 6 and they just got him. But if he can shape Taylor Heineke or Sam Howell into like wow, this is a damn good offense. Wow, the Redskins,
Hell yeah,
not the Reds, the Commanders are really competing.
hell yeah.
Hey,
I
I
don't get
mean,
that move. Like there could have been a couple of the Redskins are a pretty bad team, you know.
I feel it. I feel it.
I'm like it's like a boomer bust type move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does good, great. He does bad. Oh, it's all Andy Reid.
Nah, he is really trying to get that head coaching job. He
I
is
Let me
really
heard
see.
trying to get it.
I heard through the grapevine that he don't interview well.
That's what I heard too.
I heard that too.
That's what I
I
heard
heard he don't
too.
interview well.
Yeah, I
So
heard that too.
I think that wasn't a smart decision. Go to a better team. Like there's a couple of teams, like you just won 3 Super Bowls in like 5 years. You just won a Super Bowl and now you're going to the Redskins,
Yeah, I feel like he should have
Commanders.
stayed. I feel like he should have stayed because if you're not getting a head coaching job, what 5 years he's been interviewing,
Hmm.
you're not cut
Yeah,
out
there's
for it.
something to it.
Something's
There's
going
something to it.
something's going on with the Chiefs in house with assistant coaches.
They're still gonna be good though.
They're still gonna be good. Yeah, they still. I'm not saying they're gonna fall off. They still gonna be good though. But
I just worry about
No,
the,
no, no. The
the
Chiefs are gonna be
defense.
fine. And like I think I said this last week, Tyreek Hill, my bad. He must feel like trash because they got rid of him for picks.
money.
They won it without him.
Yeah. Ain't that something?
It's replaceable. Just
Yeah, it
get
is
another
replaceable.
receiver.
And
All
Juju Smith-Schuster got a Super Bowl ring. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it. Hey, chose the Chiefs. Yeah, whether he played or not. Yeah, he was.
That's all Andy Reid, man.
Yeah, it is.
He's not replaceable.
No.
He's that good of a coach. I think that Super Bowl put him in. Well, he's already a Hall of Famer, but I think you could put him in like top 5 coaches ever, and he's still
Right.
got more to go. He's still got more to go. He got more to go. Um, I really thought it was Buffalo's year, man. I think they had bad luck with that snow against Cincinnati.
This is the thing about Buffalo that they get all these accolades on the regular season. They get the AFC East champs, but when it comes to postseason, they just crash.
Josh Allen flew out of he fell out of people's top fives now. He's like number
That's the reason
seven,
why
number
I
eight
can't
now.
respect. That's the reason why I
I
can't
don't
respect
know, man.
Buffalo because you do good in the
Buffalo
regular.
Buffalo is still good though.
They still
Stephon Diggs
good
is
when it come to postseason time. They don't especially get to the divisional round. They just
Yeah,
fall off.
but
I
that's
just think
McDermott. That's
Yeah,
McDermott.
yeah,
They need a new
McDermott.
head coach.
I just think they had
McDermott
bad
he
luck,
been
man,
in
with
the
that snow. That killed their game plan.
yeah, and Joe
There's
Burrow
no there's
and,
no game plan for that type of snow.
and Joe Burrow outplayed Josh Allen that game too.
He did. You know, Stephon Diggs didn't play good that game.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase did, and they won. But they couldn't get into rhythm. The defense, listen, we're not talking about snow. That was a blizzard. So that changed the whole game. I was like, damn. I'm like, I'll put my money in it. Normal game, Buffalo wins. No snow, whatever, a little bit of snow. But a blizzard like that, it worked in favor of Cincinnati.
I was shocked they beat the Dolphins in the wild card round too.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked about that.
Because
Who the Dolphins? Who was the Dolphins quarterback though?
who the-
Some
some guy they picked
some
up on
guy that
South
they put
Beach.
it on South Beach somewhere.
Skylar Thompson, a
Skylar
rookie,
Thompson, yeah.
an undrafted rookie playing in a playoff game. No,
But we
not
also
gonna
got
win
to
that.
remember we also got to remember this. Buffalo lost their best safety Pro Bowler. Remember, close to like the middle of the year, right?
Remember that? Yeah,
Yeah,
Then I forgot the guy that collapsed against Cincinnati. His name,
DeMar Hamlin.
DeMar
DeMar
Hamlin.
Hamlin.
Yeah,
So that it's just life. Now you're playing Cincinnati, that is
red
doing
hot.
4 or 5 deep, four receivers and a good tight end with your two, not one, your two backup safeties.
Right.
And that's how they killed them. They killed them straight to the edge on the safeties. You got two of your backup safeties, and they took advantage of it.
Yeah.
Because now that I remember, all those passes were straight down the line by the safety. And, they're playing the team with the best core of receivers, and they lost.
Yeah.
That's kind of what. But I thought this was Buffalo's year, man. I really did. I really did. But that's the luck of the draw, man.
Yeah. So the thing I'm not saying I dislike the Buffalo Bills, but the main problem
You are.
I don't like about the Bills, they collapse in the divisional round every time.
Well, that's coaching. That's coaching.
Because
It's a lot of
McDermott
faith and coaching. Faith and
because
coaching.
McDermott he's not even the divisional round head coach come to postseason time. He's a good regular season head coach. I'll give him that. When it comes to postseason, especially in the divisional round, he can't win those games. When he lost to Kansas City the year before last, lost to Cincinnati. Let's see who yeah. hmm And then you lose to Baltimore. Then you beat Baltimore in the divisional round in 2020 in the COVID season, I think. Yeah, I think it's McDermott.
Listen, I also think is this. Um, they don't have a true running back.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
You
true.
understand? Uh, Cook. Cook is what you call it.
Third
The
down
hundred
guy.
eighty pound guy. He's a scat
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
You need a true running back, a grinder
Right.
in the playoffs.
hmm
You could get away with it. You could get away with it. You know what I'm saying? You could get away with it in the regular season, but you need a bulldozer in the playoffs. And
Right.
these scat backs there, that's not gonna do it. You need a muscler in because
When they got rid of LaShawn McCoy, I was like, that was their best running back was
yeah, but that's
LaShawn McCoy.
ages ago.
But Sean,
Yeah,
Sean,
that's
Sean was
true.
old though.
That's true. I'll
He
give
was
you
getting
that. That's
old.
true. Yeah, that's true.
That's ages ago. They need a bulldozer.
And they never had one with
But
Josh Allen.
you know why
No,
they need a real running back? Because when they go four deep, you're
Mm-hmm.
depending on the running back to block.
Mm-hmm.
They
Right.
don't block.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cook and the other guy, but that's a weak link.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
a coordinator with some decent brain is gonna send a linebacker because you're forced to put a tight end if and you're not gonna do that when you're going spread. You're depending on the running back to block.
Right.
You ain't gonna do that. You need a real man running back, not a scat back. None of those guys. You know that and that makes a big difference. Like those running backs Kansas City got, they can play Jumbo or that because they block. The
No.
guy from Cincinnati, Mixon, he could block,
Mm-hmm.
but Cook, he can't block. I saw him get pulverized. So,
And
you know,
Nyheim Hines isn't a blocker either. He's just a
yeah,
speed guy who's just gonna
Hines just
catch the ball
Hines
out
just a
the
skills guy.
catch the
yeah.
ball out the backfield, speed. Just he's not gonna block.
Right.
That's one thing. You
Singletary
need
didn't
a
block either.
true running back that could run the ball between the tackles and could block.
Hmm.
Because if you don't have that, it's like what's that guy Henry Parrish for the Hurricanes? Do you know how
Oh
many
yeah.
times he got lit up, and then Van Dyke got lit up?
About 6 times.
This is gonna sound stupid. Henry Parrish had more tackles on Van Dyke than our linebackers had, because all I
I
saw is
mean,
him
it's
get
true.
pushed back.
Truth though. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm like, okay, this kid can't block. Henry Parrish can't block, and the other tight end, the white boy, he sucked blocking, man. I felt so bad for Van Dyke. Van Dyke should be cashing 30 million in April. He's cashing $30 in Coral Gables. I'm
And
telling
and
you, he should
um
have been a
and
first round draft pick.
and Alex Marlborough, the offensive line coach for not Oregon, Miami, he getting all this offensive line recruitment, but he got to see. Here's the thing that Alex Marlborough, he got to put the system in the offensive line. That's what he to do during the spring.
Listen, he's getting the players.
I mean, he just
And
got an Alabama offensive line in the transfer portal in December.
let's be real. Because listen, we want this show to be real.
Yeah, got to be
He didn't get shit. Yeah, he got him, but you know who got him?
who
Ruiz.
Luis got him.
Ruiz wrote that check to send his girl to law school, and he came here. Even Nick Saban brought it up. So f that. Okay, that's fine. You're gonna get the credit. He goes to the NFL. You get it. That kid's good. Conan's gonna be a good player because our O line was terrible last year.
It was terrible when we played Tennessee. I was like, yo, what is wrong with my O line?
It was terrible.
I think I told you this, Ivy. It was embarrassing to watch Miami play on TV.
Yeah, and then once Rivers went down, because he was like our only really good lineman that could move around.
Yeah,
Uh, forget it. We didn't. It was what's that kid 74? He's from Orlando. Campbell. Oh man,
Campbell.
that was torture to watch him play.
Yeah. See,
That's torture.
Cristobal, his practices, his model of practices. I didn't like his model of practices during the summer, no, especially during the spring and summer. I didn't like his model.
Yeah, I listen. I'm with you there.
It's terrible because I never seen a Miami team practice. First of all, they practice in different color jerseys. I don't understand that at all. That don't sound like Miami football at all at practice. That don't sound like
How many players got injured at practice?
a whole lot, a whole bunch.
That's what I'm saying. So I heard the practice are like gladiator school.
He turned now I can say this: when Manny Diaz and Mark Rick was there, it was never no gladiator practice. It was just regular 11-on-11 practice, 7-on-7 offense and defense. It's not like it is now, like what Chris Paul just did last year.
Yeah, no.
He
Nah,
talking
but
about
I think they need to tone it down a little bit. It's bad luck. We had a lot of injuries too. I
And
think having
Cristobal,
Zion Williams, not it's Zion Williams, right? Not
yeah,
Williamson, Zion
Williams,
Williams.
Williams,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
will help.
Williams.
He didn't
and
play all
Mario
year.
and Mario Cristobal. He's saying, "Oh, we're going. The U is back to work." You got to tone it down, bro. He got to tone it down. You cannot. This ain't. I know it's hot in Miami. I know it's warm out there, but you gotta tone your practices down. You want to get your players hurt doing the practice and then they can't play a regular season. No, what you think? What I said? What you think?
You hear
I
me?
mean, yeah,
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, that was the. I don't know. It's a little too many. Listen, when you're getting paid 8 million a year, 8 million a year. I'm sorry, this team was not 5-7. He didn't grab a 5-7 losing team. This ain't Dion that he took a team that got one win.
This ain't Jackson State. I'll tell you that though,
Nah, I'm
or
talking about
Colorado.
Colorado.
Oh, I hear
Colorado.
you. I hear you. Yeah.
This team was a top 20 team. That's what every voter people, everybody put them, you know? So it's time to make it work, not time to work. Because,
Cause when he said the interview on College Game Day when the anchor for ESPN he's a Miami resident and Cristobal was saying he asked Cristobal is the U back? He said the U is back to work. I like back to work.
yeah, well, that's not that sounded good. But now we need the U to work because
Yeah,
he needs to win at least 9 games this year, man.
don't be
I'm
like don't
telling
hit.
you, people will
It's
turn on you.
they will because he are a the part I don't like he gonna hire all these offensive and defensive analysts like Jason Taylor. I still don't understand that.
Honestly, I like the new defensive. I like the new linebackers coach. I like him. He's
Me
young.
too.
He
Yeah.
was a hell of a listen. I grew up. I grew up watching college football. He was
Hmm.
a hell of a player. Like smart, good coordinator. I mean, a good coach on the field. I like him. But wouldn't it be smart to let Jason Taylor be the coach? And because he can't recruit, he can't go on recruiting visits or nothing.
Right.
How do you feel if you got a son that's about to, pick a school and you got a Hall of Famer sitting in your couch?
Man, I I hear you.
You got Jason Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, let's compare Dion with every coach, Mario, Mike Norvell, whatever that dude at that Florida his name is.
You
Yo, who's
talking about
gonna get the yeah? Who's gonna get the most attention? Who would even as a Miami fan? Who are you gonna put to direct your kid's future?
a Hall of Famer?
You got and that's an easy sell. You should have put Jason Taylor there, man.
He
It's
should
an
have
easy
did.
sell.
I think Cristobal. I think he did a whole. I think he did too much last season.
Whatever. It's time to fix it. It's time to make
It's
the U work, man. That's our
it's
slogan.
it's got
Forget
to.
the U's
It
back to
should work.
work. For- Listen, you go back to work after you get hired or you come from an injury or whatever. You've been there a year, buddy. A year and a
Uh,
half.
yeah, he
It's
did a year and
terrible.
a half. Yeah, because he got hired in December.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's stop this. But you got to have a lot of supporters. But I'm telling you, man, he needs to win at least 9 games, the minimum.
Even John Nevilma said this 2021, and he said that when he was doing a Fox game, and Kristen Thompson interviewed him, and he said, "I wish I could talk to Manny Diaz if I get defense and tackle more." This one we lost to Virginia that Thursday night.
Well, that's a tough task to win 9 games.
That
That's a
is kind
tough
of pretty
task
tough. I kind of think about it though.
with
Yeah.
this roster to
Hmm.
win 9 games.
Right.
Eh, that means he's losing what, 4?
No bowl game.
I would say, yeah, 3 or 4. I think.
he can recruit. He's a good recruiter, but he just got to coach.
He is a good recruiter. He's good, but
He just got to coach.
you gotta have some better players too.
Yeah, because I was like, he had most of Man Diaz kids last year.
Can't let Tyler Van Dyke get hit.
Nah, oh no, he took a cheap shots last year.
Can't let that happen.
Nah,
Like Ivy
yeah,
said, he's supposed to be a first rounder. He's
he
supposed to
should.
be a Heisman candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just blame Gaddis for that one.
Gaddis,
That was yeah.
That was bad. That was bad. But that and one thing I didn't get from the beginning, but you get we all got hyped up by the board. Fuck, I'm saying it wrong. Broyles Award winner, this and that. You can't have the offensive coordinator be the receivers coach, and he's not
no,
with the
that's
quarterback at all
embarrassing.
times. You know.
Cause imagine we had Brian McClendon as our offensive coordinator, not co-offensive coordinator, wide receiver coach, and he would have stayed last year.
Man, that was a big loss.
I was
You know
pissed.
why? Because he was a
Right,
good coach, and if he never would have left, we never would have got Gaddis.
that is true though.
Damn, that was a big ass loss.
Yeah, Gaddis kind of yeah.
Gaddis, he did too much.
But hey, Gaddis is right now. I heard his buyout was like 2-3 million. He's good, man.
He
Yeah,
good.
he's straight.
He good as shit. I don't know, but damn that. I don't know why. Listen. I even thought about it. I'm like the Michigan offense here.
Mm-mm.
But what was done is done. I like this guy. He airs it out. We got the best athletes.
I mean, you got the best athlete in our backyard. They just gotta just adapt to the winning. That's all they gotta do.
Nah, it's not about the winning.
All
They
right,
want to see the players get that money.
yeah, that's true though.
You start putting them in the league, they start going first round or they make impact in the NFL. Because
Hmm.
obviously, if they're making the first round, the team's playing good. It goes hand in
Yeah.
hand. But when you making these people multi-millionaires,
Mm.
like they're dropping bags of 20 million. You're going back to Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Palm Beach with that money. They gonna know.
Oh yeah, they definitely
They
don't
gonna
know.
know. Oh, he's pulling up in a Royce, a Lambo, bought a mansion. That talks
Do,
more than anything.
do you still think Louis is going to invest in Tropical Park for our stadium?
Eh, what they should do. Yeah, cause that's his dream. That's his lifelong dream.
Is that down in Miami somewhere down in Miami area?
Yeah, it's right there. It's basically an FIU. It's right next to where FIU
Uh,
University is at.
oh look, see that's another problem with FIU because y'all remember that game 2006?
Listen, they played. We played Bethune Cookman last year. Nobody went to the game. There's probably like 5,000 people. We're playing them again this year because Ed Reed was there for like a month.
They
You
they
want to get the city out to these games? Make Miami play FIU. That thing will be almost packed.
I was kind of shocked they put it in neutral site in 2019 in the in that baseball stadium which it should have been where the Orange Bowl used to be
They
at.
should have never got rid of the Orange Bowl.
No,
That's gonna be the curse. They should have never got rid of that Orange Bowl. For that and baseball, I can't wait till the Marlins leave town. Nobody go to them games.
are they talking about leaving town soon?
They've been trying to leave town for years.
Shoot, hey, if they leave town, hey, let Miami go back to that stadium. Shoot,
We could. It's tight. It's a small stadium, but man, Listen. We need an offensive coordinator that could call the ball. Cause like the guy said, man, when Miami's back, Miami it makes everything better.
Yeah,
And and now college football in the state of Florida is it's really bad.
cause
You got an okay Florida State team making them look great. I'm telling you,
mm-hmm.
Florida State is not all that. They're
No,
gonna get exposed. I say they lose four or five games. I gotta see their schedule, but at least 3 to 4. They're not cut
and,
like that.
and definitely Miami got to go to Florida State this year too.
I don't know. It might come out the wrong way, but most teams that are built now in the NFL are built by old GMs that played the game. You understand?
Yeah,
You know, players that played the game. How you gonna build a team if you never played the game?
that's a true
You
story
got
though.
you got a rich. Let's just be honest, because there's no African American or Hispanic owner. Got a rich white man pay money for something he never paid. Same people that gave Willie Taggart 80 million just gave this
I
man
was I
80,
was
80
I
million.
was still kind of shocked that he left my Ducks to be the
Ah,
head
he's
coach
from
for Florida.
Florida. He's
Oh
gonna
yeah, I
go.
forgot about that.
Yeah. Now they gave Mike Norvell all this money without a playoff win, a playoff appearance, an ACC championship, never beat a top 15 team. You just invested. The buyout is about $15 million.
Right.
So it's you're making rational decisions. Same way that I say, like if Miami had Lane from Ole Miss, we'd be talking about being in the playoffs right now.
Probably
You
national
had
championship too.
Yeah, you had Lane and you got a guy like Ruiz backing it up.
Oh my gosh!
Dang.
You know how much money the football program will be making with Lane Kiffin and Louise working together, trying to build Miami back to their promised land.
I'm like, yo, that's
And don't forget, Lane Kiffin did coach the Florida Atlantic team too when he was down in
yeah, that after he got in trouble and he got out of there, he's doing the best he can at Ole Miss. But that man is a quarterback guru, an offensive guru.
yeah, he is.
So he'll never make it because he's in the SEC.
See the main problem with him, he got to play Bama every year. That's the problem.
And
That's in this way.
yeah, if you take Georgia, he gets Bama every other year, or at least once every 3 years. He's been beating them.
Right.
So it boils down to winning, and it boils down to getting these kids in the league, man. I'm gonna tell you
Hmm.
something. I saw that Tariq Stevens had a hell of a Senior Bowl, right?
Right.
And they're mocking him in the first round, late first round.
Oh,
Did you
that
see
makes
it? Did you see
I
how bad
understand
he
it.
played this year?
Yep.
I personally can't believe it, but I'm not a scout. But the way he played at the Senior Bowl, they're mocking him in the first round.
Holy cow.
So hold up. You got a first round corner. Now,
Hmm.
this kid's going to go first round next year, the safety for Miami that was the All American from Northwestern.
Oh, don't
Uh,
forget about Will Murray as the tight end.
yeah, that
But
no,
check this out.
he
Check this
can't
out.
block.
He stayed hurt.
He stayed hurt because he's weak. He can't block. He's not going to make it.
Even Jeremy
He's a
Shockey better.
fifth round
Hey,
pick
check
at
this out.
best.
Even Jeremy Shockey better than him.
What'd you say?
Even Jeremy Shockey and Keller Williams are better than him.
Man, you can't even compare him to that.
Oh, Greg
You can't.
Olson.
No, bro, all of them. He can't even lick their jock strap.
Who's that tight end from Cleveland? He came from Miami. Njoku.
Njoku was good, very underrated, but he's a good player. He's a very good
Yes.
player. No, no, Mallory is nowhere near those people's level.
Nah.
Nowhere near it, bro. Not even
Oh,
Mallory can't block, so he's not gonna last long in the NFL. He's a
and
good
De'Aaron
catcher.
King. I saw De'Aaron King last night in the XFL game last night.
He looked alright. That's his
He
league though.
he looked all right. He because when the Patriots cut him, I said he ain't starting for the Patriots.
Nah, he a wildcat. He a
Yeah,
wildcat type of guy. But I'm glad. Oh, this is the guy that I couldn't. He would have been a millionaire if he would have came back.
who that?
Rambo, the receiver.
Oh, Charles
Yes,
Campbell.
Charleston Rambo.
I
I agree
don't
with
know
that too.
what like. How could that kid not get drafted? He
I was
must.
pissed about that.
He must. He
Best
must
player
have.
on the team.
He must have something like a bad something. Because these
Mm-hmm.
people do their background check. There's no way that kid did not get drafted.
Or maybe he didn't pass his physical. Cause they look into that too in the NFL, especially when they go in the combine.
Nah, I don't know how, and he's gonna kill it. He's a great receiver. I don't know how he should have came back. My opinion, because he was never like a top 3 round pick.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Rambo. I don't know. I hope he does well, but he should have came back. There's some guys that really mess their life up by leaving too early
Yeah.
because it's a mental thing. You could be a first round talent. You left a little early. You get drafted in the fourth, fifth round.
Nah.
Most guys don't get over that, but like Brad Kaya, he should have never left.
Brad, see,
With that.
I'm glad we're talking about Brad. Brad Kaya, the biggest mistake he did was leaving early, too early. He wasn't even the first round pick in 2017 draft. If he would have stayed, we would Rozier or who's the other quarterback? What's his name? Number 5. He transferred. N'Kosi Perry. Yeah,
Oh man, I like N'Kosi Perry.
yeah, me too.
I liked him. I really did, but he got caught up with all them QBs. I heard he smoked too much weed, too much hanging out. That was his issue.
I heard he got a baby too, man.
Yeah, they all got babies, but I
Yeah,
like N'Kosi Perry. I really did. I really did. Now UM is kind of thin at running back. They're kind of thin. They got a lot of
the be-
freshmen, but I hope Citizen is good. But that's a major injury.
I'm gonna miss Jalen Knighton, bro. I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah, he was good. He just
That
had
dude when we
real little fumble issues, but some of them fumbles were just a little bit of bad luck. Like it's
and
not like
Al
he didn't
Blake
even get hit. I
and
like
Al Blaze
Jalen.
Jr. and Al Blaze Jr. He at Duke University.
I don't know what happened to him. Ever since that injury, he lost a step. He wasn't the same. The one that I was shocked that left was Gilbert Friesen or Friesen, something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I thought he was a good player. I thought he was a good player. I don't know why he left, but I I'm caught honestly. Like Stevens, he's doing so good. He's gonna go first round, late second round,
mm-hmm.
and that boy went through the years I've been watching football and recruiting and scouting. When you got a guy that goes to a combine and gets coached by other coaches,
All
and
right,
they see his talent, but your coach didn't bring that talent out of him, that falls on you.
that's a problem right there.
That falls on you.
Because you remember how Manny Diaz first got hired from defensive coordinator to head coach in 2019? He kept stacking class on top of class, like from 2019, 2020, and 2021 and 2022. I was like, and then he was like a soft coach at practice, laughing with the players, like being like they like the player's best friend or something. I'm
Yeah,
like,
man. Hey, listen, everybody got a different style.
yeah,
Everybody got a different style. I'm gonna say this: this time next year, Manny Diaz is the head coach somewhere. Because if
yeah,
he coaches that defense the way he did this year, somebody's gonna pick him up.
they're gonna pick him up.
Somebody gonna pick him up. So what can you say? Somebody's gonna pick him up. That's obvious. He's at Penn State.
Just like he
So
was, just like when he was at Texas, when he built that Texas defense, when Matt Brown was there, That was the best defense I seen him in Diaz when he's at Texas.
Yeah, I think he's a good coordinator. I don't listen. You give Manny. I don't think he should have ever been hired as the head coach.
No,
I think Miami rushed that decision again. You know, they rushed that decision
because
just like they
he
did
was gonna
Larry
take he was
Cooper.
gonna take he was gonna take the job. He was gonna take the job at Temple
Yeah, so let's talk
until
about that.
Mark Ripp retired.
Yeah, let's talk about that. We're Miami. If we're the University of Miami, we're taking the coach from Temple. That's supposed to get a coach from Temple.
Same thing with Al Golden. Remember?
No, no, no. Al Golden came from Penn State. He was a real good defensive coordinator, or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, he did come from Penn State. That's right.
We're we're
He,
we're taking the coach from Temple.
Yeah.
that is terrible.
What do you expect? 7-5. You get what you pay for. You're getting
And
Temple
no,
coach.
and no bowl win either.
So what do you expect? We're taking crumbs. You ain't gonna
Um,
make diamonds and gold out of crumbs.
that is true though.
I'm being like, be real. We're taking the coach from Temple. I said that, and it was such a fast move. I'm like, yo, come on now. This
Same
can't be
he
real.
said with Coker when they same thing with Coker when they rushed Coker to be the head coach in 2001 because they were going to Greg Schiano until Greg Schiano took the job at where he go to was it Wisconsin
Took the job at
was
Rutgers.
yeah I think
Man,
Mark Cristobal was there too. He was a grad
nah,
assistant in 2000.
Shiano took Cristobal with him. Cristobal
Yeah.
was GA.
Okay.
So, damn, you reminisce. Reminiscing is pretty much self petty. But
And they,
I rather would have had Greg Schiano.
and Cristobal did come back like 2004.
Yeah,
He came at 2004 when we barely beat Florida State in overtime when Frank Gore ran a touchdown in there. I couldn't think about that game should have been that Saturday, but due to that hurricane they put that game on a Friday.
they did. They did.
I never get ABC. They didn't know the ABC come. They didn't know what to do. What how we gonna? Because they had like some type of TV show that Friday night, and and they said, oh, dude, they said this is A Sports. I know you guys gonna see some type of other TV show, but this is Florida State and Miami. You know,
All right, who are your top two offensive and defensive players since you've been watching Miami football?
uh, offense. I was you like from like 2001 or to current or
And all time, and you can't count their NFL, like what they did in the NFL. That doesn't matter. Just Miami.
I would say Jeremy Shockey, the big tight end, 88. That dude was a beast. Defense. I got three on defense. You mind if I put that in, Ivy?
Go ahead.
Okay, Big John DeVelma, number 51. The late Sean Taylor and Ed Reed in my category. Oh,
Yeah.
I
oh,
like Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor's nice.
and check this out. Intro role too in 2002.
What about you? Just top two in each position. Offense, defense.
I like Frank Gore. Frank Gore and probably Sean Taylor.
Now you get to pick two for each, like two offensive,
Two.
two
Two
defense.
offensive,
Okay.
two
Okay.
defensive.
Two offensive. Yeah. Frank Gore and Andre Johnson. And man, defense. Yeah, Ed Reed, Sean Taylor.
I like maybe I'm a little bit too older than you guys, but Edgerrin James, he was
That
Oh,
dude was
Edge
a
did
beast.
go there.
That
He
dude
did
was
go
a
there.
beast.
Yeah, Edge
That
did
dude
go
was a beast.
there.
Edgerrin
Yeah, Edge
James,
did go
man.
there. I forgot
That was
Edge
that.
went
I
there.
mean, he did play for Clinton Porter, so
Clinton Porter. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I like
Magic
Santana
sucks.
Moss.
The
College
Santana
wise,
Moss.
yeah, I know Andre Johnson won a championship and all, but Santana Moss was a little bit more impactful.
How do you feel about his brother Centaurus Moss?
He was alright. Sonoris Moss was alright. He ain't no Santana.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh
No,
no! That's like
he
that's.
ain't no Santana Moss. I'm gonna tell you
Oh
that.
no! Oh no!
He ain't no Santana Moss. You want to hear a funny story? Now that you're
What's
in
up?
PA, maybe I told
Hmm.
you, maybe I didn't. Um, what year was it? It's 2002,
Okay,
right?
good.
Marcus Vick, Michael Vick's brother, was
Hmm.
was gonna come to Miami,
Okay.
but then Miami accepted the transfer from Brock Berlin.
Oh, so that's how Brock Berlin ended up on Miami.
Yeah, Brock Berlin transferred from Florida, and Miami was going all in on Vince Young, right?
Okay. Hmm.
And as soon as because Brock Berlin was, I think Brock Berlin was the most hyped quarterback out of high school ever. He was that man in high school.
He was killing it though with the Gators
You,
though.
yeah, USA Today All American, everything, bro. He was the poster child. It didn't work out with him at Florida. They took Rex Grossman. He transferred, but one of these two players was destined to come to Miami until they took the commitment. And it was gonna be Vince Young
Hmm.
out of Houston.
Right.
It was gonna be Vince Young out of Houston
Okay.
to go to Miami, and or Marcus Vick, but you know that they took that commitment. Another player that Miami finished second, and it was because Larry Coker just could not recruit. Man, this guy could not recruit to save his life, and you're probably gonna hate him more. And yeah, I'll send you the stories. Adrian Peterson.
Man, he would have had Adrian. We had Adrian Peterson. We would have won in that. We would have been in that Fiesta Bowl against Boise State, bro.
Adrian Peterson was a lifelong Miami Hurricanes fan.
Oh, oh snap.
Another one that was a lifelong Miami Hurricane fan was Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham comes from money. He's like the J Murat. Like they try to act like this and that, but he comes from money. And he went to the Miami camp ever
Hmm.
since he was like 10 years old.
Right.
But and, him and what's that guy that played for the Dolphins before? His friend that they both went to Cleveland.
Oh, Jarvis Landry.
Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, they made a pact. They went to Louisiana because he wanted to come to Miami. But that's when Miami sucked. Now but
And
Miami
same thing with
lost
Mark. It's
Vince
same thing with
Young.
Mark Cooper. And same thing with Mark Cooper. And when uh when Cooper he had offered in Miami, and then he chose Bama. Which I don't
Nah,
blame him for choosing
nah,
Alabama.
nah, nah. Listen, I donate to the Pop Warner schools with all the different
Hmm.
people. Okay,
Right.
down in South Florida. Uh, Armani Cooper was never offered by Miami until Bama offered him already.
Hmm.
So he went to the Alabama camp and blew up. He went to the Miami camp, blew up. Miami, not sure why they messed up, never offered him, and
Mm.
Alabama did. And then when Miami tried to, at the end, and he's a lifelong Kane fan. But I'm gonna tell you something. Ever since I've been watching recruiting, whenever they say they're like us, diehard Kane fans, they're not
Right.
coming here.
No.
They choke. It started with Dwayne Bowe. Remember he played for the Chiefs?
Yep.
Dwayne Bowe, D Webb, down in he went to Florida, won a championship at Florida. This year it happened with fucking Cromani McLean.
Mm.
It always happens. So whenever I hear this kid lifelong Kane fan, man, get out, get out, don't waste
That's
my time. I've been doing this 20 years.
it. Just
20 years.
like
It don't change.
it's just like when Miami in like 2002, the Ohio State game, Fiesta Bowl. That game still haunts me to this day.
No, it haunts me for forever.
That was not pass interference.
Nah,
That
hell
that
no.
that dude dropped the ball.
Hell no. Hell nah. But the coaching, it should have never got to that point. And we had 5 turnovers in that game. Five.
I seen the tapes. I saw tapes
I
about like
can't watch that
5 times.
I can't watch that game ever in my life. I never want to watch that game again.
Mm-mm.
And but that was a terrible game plan. The spread them out would have been the best thing. They were slow. They just had a terrible game plan.
And Clinton
And
Portis, he left early,
oh yeah,
which I
but
think
listen, they had McGahee, they had Davenport, you had Jared Payton. You know, like what would have been better if Walter Payton's son ran that shit for a touchdown?
oh my
Two
gosh.
hundred and 25 pounds. That man was 6'2", 6'3",
Mm-hmm.
and you gave him the ball one time, and you gave fucking puny 150-pound Ken Dorsey the ball to run. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, that game made no sense, man. Run the rock, quarterback sneak it. Yeah, we had bad booge, we had bad luck. Sean Taylor picks it, he takes it from him, but it should have never got to that point.
No, never should have got that
That
point,
man,
like you
that team
said.
sucked. Kurt Kensel, whatever his name was, that's one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. That kid
Hey,
beat you?
I know that's
Maurice
crazy.
Torrent was all right. He was all right. He good, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I heard he used to party a lot too. That running back for Ohio State.
yeah, man. He's the one that changed college football when he tried to leave after that year.
Yeah.
But ever since that game, man, it's a curse, man. Miami hasn't. I don't think Miami's made a playoff game after that game. That's a
Mm,
curse.
yeah, that's a true curse. But I think now Miami like that now 2003 that was if we never lost to Tennessee, we probably would have been undefeated and probably playing for the national championship again.
Hell yeah, that was a terrible loss, Tennessee. Oh, forget it. Once after that year, we couldn't even score a
We
touchdown on
couldn't
Tennessee.
and Virginia Tech beat the crap out of us too.
Yeah, we lost in Virginia Tech. It was over. They mentally, they never got over that loss, and I don't think the program got over that loss to this day. Then everything changed. It but that game was, yeah, it was brutal, man. And I get sad sometimes because you know how beautiful it would have been to see Sean Taylor never die and play in the NFL.
Oh
Man,
man.
man, he was changing the game.
Yes.
He was like a linebacker in a safety spot. Um,
That but I ain't like how ESPN blasted that on PTI and Colin Hurd during that time. I was like, bro, the dude died. You gonna disrespect him like that?
what they
Lot,
say
lot, hey,
about him?
lot, lot of you players. Let me play the clip for y'all just in case. Let me play the clip. There's something that ESPN that should be ashamed. Hold on, let me find it in my playlist. Here it is. Hold on, let me see. Oh, here we go. Let's see. There you go. Actually, I can probably play it on my TV for a second. Hold on, let me get in my Fire Stick right quick. Come on. Okay, here we go. Oh, give me a second, y'all. Okay, here we go. Perfection. Come on, load up. Okay, it's loading, y'all. Give me. Okay,
Thank you,
YouTube.
Tom.
Now I got this Fire Stick, so it's pretty cool.
Kendall
Let me
Jenner
see.
and Bad Bunny. At least he's not an athlete.
There
I'm
we
sorry, man.
go.
The Kardashians are an athlete's nightmare.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here it is. I'm playing for y'all.
Tell me, Sean Taylor, your favorite player ever.
Sean Taylor probably had the most talent I've ever seen a kid in
Now
high
check.
school.
Now check this out, y'all.
And I used to try to stand like him. Going against Sean Taylor, that's who I had a
Can y'all
practice
hear that?
against. He brought out the best of me. He told me, he could tell which way I was running, breaking out. Sean Taylor made me the player I am today. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Redskins Pro Bowl safety Sean Taylor is in intensive care in Miami after being shot at his home last night.
One of the guys texted me, "Hey, Sean got shot, but I think he's gonna be all right." And never really. I don't think the idea to anybody getting the information early was that he was ever going to die. And then when the news broke, it was funny. Like immediately, it wasn't Sean Taylor, a father and home with his family, was shot by a home invader who thought he was gone. It was another Miami football player caught in a shooting.
I wasn't surprised because Sean Taylor's been involved in a pattern of things going back to his days at the University of Miami, including a 2005 admission to assault and battery, misdemeanor assault and battery. So I wasn't even surprised, Tony, and that may be the most disturbing thing. I was not under his condition.
That's Wilbon. He's a Miami hater. Always has been.
Yeah. Now
That,
check this out. Now check this out from the players though.
When you don't know the person, they automatically assume that he was a thug, he was a bad person, and he had, the tragic thing that happened to him, it was his fault, which was completely wrong.
No one knew what the everyone just assumed, oh, Sean Taylor, University of Miami, oh, definitely gang related, something, drugs, whatever it is.
Sean Taylor has a history of really, really bad judgment. Cops, assault, spitting DUI. But Tony cleaned up his act. Just because you clean the rug doesn't mean you get everything out. Sometimes you got stains. Stuff so deep it never.
I ain't like that comment he said.
we had a bad rap back in the days.
Extremely competitive, one of the best safeties we had, one of the best players
We had a bad rap.
You don't know anything about him, and you automatically jump to conclusions.
We knew who Sean was. We knew what type of player he was. We knew what type of person he was because he's around us each and every day.
But do you know how that happened?
So
the
go
whole
out like
thing?
he did, and then to have the media
Say it again.
try to.
Do you know how that whole thing conspired? Like how the people that killed them got there and all that stuff?
They was saying that his cousin, he had a birth. It was a party at his house, and his cousin took one of his cousin's friends took some money from him.
And then when the information started coming out that they thought
Nah,
he was on the way game and he was home because he was injured.
his baby's mom, sister.
Mm-hmm.
You can turn it down if you want. I can barely.
Okay, my bad.
I don't recall any.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
Everyone just
His baby's mom, sister, they were like in a high school at the time.
Mm-hmm.
They threw a party at the house, right?
Right.
And they invited the four kids, which at the time they were minors. They were 15, 17, 18. They were all, only one of them was 18. The rest of them were like 16, 17, right?
Right.
They invited them to the house to the party. Blah, blah, blah. They saw that the house was nice and people really didn't live there. It was empty. So they planned to rob him, but they didn't think he'll be there because, it was during the season and he was playing, but he got injured and he went. But the sisters, the baby mama's sister brought them kids in there.
Right.
And they peeped the scene. They tried to rob him. And then Sean got up and saw them and tried to fight them with a machete. And that's when one of them shot him in the leg.
Oh.
See,
Yeah.
it boils down again. That's why I'm going to start a company called Millennials Marketing Group.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that too. When
Okay.
you, bro, and I'm going to bring all these rappers too. Like, Offset just got killed, a couple of guys. When you're worth this type of money, or you bring so much value, bro, you gotta have armed security with you almost all the time, especially when you go out.
Got to, bro.
I'm like, how the hell did these kids even get there? No security, no nothing. Yeah, they were brought in, but they opened the back door like nothing. They
Right.
didn't break no door to get in. It was open.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, rappers like Takeoff. They got in a fight for a dice game, probably playing
Mm.
CeeLo.
Mm-hmm.
If you got armed professionals, not your homeboy, you know, not your goon. You can have your goons now. You need your
Right?
crazy goons like Dennis Rodman in life, but you worth 20 million plus, bro. Come on.
Yeah, hey, you right about that, bro. You definitely
You
right about that.
you bring in generational wealth. Stop playing with it.
Right?
Stop playing with it, man. Like that doesn't make any sense whatsoever, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
uh, okay, we could go on about these artists that died. How many of them had okay, Pop Smoke? They shot him at an Airbnb.
Yeah, he was young. He was young when he died. I'm still trying to get over that.
If you got
Oh.
armed security, first of all, with armed security, they got license to kill. Like they
Mm-hmm.
could shoot somebody for you.
Right.
I'm just saying, you're worth this much money. Your generational wealth. Treat yourself like it. You think Michael Jordan could go anywhere or LeBron James could go to the mall like a normal person?
You gotta have somebody around him, like a security guard around him. 'Cause-
Why do you think Mayweather never gets in no bullshit? Because that I'm just saying, man.
hey, I hear you, bro.
I'm just and with Sean, it is a little bit it is bad luck. Miami had a bad rap, terrible rap back then. Especially people from the Midwest, like Will Bond. They all they did was talk shit. All they did was talk
Yeah.
shit about Miami because they sucked. But it comes with the territory. You know, people
Yeah.
gonna pick on your dirty laundry. But look at Jordan. Jordan was a horrible gambler. If I told you, if you know about Michael Jordan's gambling, do you think Jordan ever betted on an NBA game?
I don't, hmm. That's a tough one.
Okay.
That's a
That the man is a habitual gambler.
right.
Now, look, I say yeah, bro. He betted on a game that he probably played or whatever. What the fuck? Look what they did to Pete Rose for betting on a game.
Family and friends and
Hmm.
coming out. So that's a bit of a distraction for him.
So I'm just like, now what's this rumor I heard that the NFL scripted? What y'all think of that?
Ooh.
Um, yeah, I do think there's I don't know if script is the word, but I feel like it's kind of they want certain outcomes. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like they really wanted the Bills to win the Super Bowl, but they just couldn't. They just couldn't do it.
It just, I think Owen does got a point because it's like everybody thinking the Bills gonna win a championship, Super Bowl.
I
Cause
think
I
so
was like,
too. I think so too. I'll be honest with you. I think the Patriots got a lot of help through Brady's career.
I can tell you that from a pic. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a deep true fact right there.
No, I can
Well, we
use
played against the Rams. We
on the
What did you say?
Buccaneers. Yeah, I hope on the Buccaneers. Yeah, I hope
No,
too.
but with the Patriots,
but, but
they
yeah,
they yeah they designed the QB hit for Brady.
that's true though. Yeah.
Uh I always said this. That's why I always hated the Patriots. You got to beat the Patriots and the refs.
hmm
You
Mm-hmm.
got to because again, this is a business. The Patriots go to the Super Bowl, whatever. They're gonna bring in $1 billion. You put another team, 600 million. Hey, it is a business, man, and that's the bad part about it. It's a business now, and like I heard a friend of mine told me, he's like, bro, the NBA, the NFL, like they're superstars. They're worth more. Like Aaron Rodgers or let's say Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
He's worth more money to the NFL than what he's worth to the Kansas City Chiefs.
That is a true fact right there. That's a true fact right there.
Like these were and the NFL, man, he's like, man, they got spies watching anything going on with them because this is a billion dollar business. We're not talking crumbs. We're not talking 100,000. you're gonna protect your assets, bro.
Right.
That's why I'm saying now, like all these NIL deals. But if I have a friend who he's becoming a multi-millionaire. He played for
Mm,
the Gators and he won a national championship. He created a company called Legacy Sports Group where when the players don't get all their benefits from the NFL, he helps the players get it, right?
right.
But I was thinking, what benefits are the college players getting once they injured or hit head CTE? What are they getting? A lot
It's
more
like
players playing college than the NFL.
it's just like when Never Shapiro he tried to he got that sports club called Access Sports. You know, he represented Vince Wilfork and Willis McGahee and Antro Roll. And once they found his scheme in 2011, they found out all them players that he did. I was like, yo,
I met Nev before when I was young.
how is he to you when you was when you stayed
Oh,
out of
he
Miami?
was a lot older than me. Like I'm like 18, 22. He was in his late 30s.
Hmm.
He was a diehard fan with big pockets. He was a little guy, like a little leprechaun, but he was a diehard fan. Uh, and he was living the dream because he did a huge Ponzi scam. He was a millionaire, and man, when the when the team got off the tunnel,
Hmm.
Nev was there to greet them. And when the last players came out, he ran with a flag if he wanted to. I'm I'm dead ass serious. This man, Miami don't have boosters like that. This is a small. Miami's a tiny little private school.
Especially when the president of the Donna Shalata found out.
I hate her.
What was she a worst president in Miami back then? I
She
heard some
never.
stuff about her. I
I
heard
told her I hated her.
some. What she say?
I called her a biatch, all a bunch of shit. Because first of all, she wanted to make this. She wanted to make Miami an Ivy League school.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! We're more public school now.
No, we're private still.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
But she made it where the SATs had to be a little higher than the normal.
Mm,
You know how many players we effing lost because of that? Because her clear house.
you're right.
Devin Hester, for example, he should have played in the national championship team, but he didn't make it because his GPA or his test scores weren't high, so he had to sit. He had
Cause
to sit.
I never forget when Brian Potter got shot and
Well, I'm gonna show you pictures of me and Pat. I like Brian Pat.
cause
Uh,
she said something about this is the old this is not the, this is new Miami. We get a break something like that.
well, the rumor is Brian Pata was messing around with Jones's girl. He got mad about it.
Oh, that's how he got murdered.
That's the reasoning they're saying. Yeah.
Mm.
So he got mad about it, and it sucks because man, I got a picture of it. I'm gonna find it on my old phone. This is bad publicity from Miami, but it's real. You got Rashad Jones sitting on the, like the flag they made of him
Right.
on one knee, and now he got charged for his murder.
Mm. And don't he got his? I think his brother's on the Miami staff. I think.
Yeah, Edwin Pata. He's a GA with the offensive line. He's a GA. I'm shocked he hasn't gotten a job somewhere, but they're comfortable. They're comfortable there.
Especially the Marcus Van Dyke. He's still there.
And listen, I'm tired of this obsession with the Marcus Van Dyke. Man, listen. I don't know what it is with the Marcus Van Dyke. I don't know. He's cool dude, but I think I told you, and I got the pictures of it. I was at the game right here. I went to Lakeland. I drove an hour to see.
Mhm.
Lakeland against Kissimmee Osceola. My two brothers
Right.
went to Kissimmee Osceola,
Okay.
and when the game was over, I got on the field. I took a picture with Kumari. Said hi, whatever.
Mhm.
And DVD was there. DeMarcus Van Dyke
Oh.
was there,
Yeah.
and the the chemistry between DVD and Kermani and his family, was not all that. It wasn't like they hyped it up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Mhm.
I walked out of the stadium with DVD by himself. What really? Like he said bye to him and that's it. The chemistry was not really there. So
Right.
when I heard he was flirting with Colorado, I said, bro, he's gone. This DeMarcus Van Dyke BS, man. Nah. Ruiz dropped the bag. He took the bag, and then he got sold, man. He got
Mm.
sold. He got sold by Prime, and I'm gonna tell you, uh, Prime is 2-0 against Mario. He took a player last year from him. He took a great player this year,
Mhm.
and that's it. A little bit of bad luck, man. He got a little bit of bad luck, but Kermani would have been needed badly. A hell of a player.
Yeah.
But what Miami needs to do is stop messing the connections in South Florida. Because you follow
That
recruiting or not.
that's a problem. That's
There's a
always
kid.
that's
Yeah.
that's always been the problem in Miami in sports in general. I'm not even talking about the football pro. I'm talking about in department athletic department in general.
Yeah,
It's like
because
they always find the edge, and then when it comes to regular season time, they can't find that edge.
in life in this sports game, you can't throw all your eggs in one basket.
No.
They threw all their eggs in that Cromani basket and they got left hanging. Because they turned down two other corners. They turned them down. One of them went to Florida State, who's gonna be good. Another linebacker is going to Louisville, who,
Ivy,
yeah,
check this out.
who's that?
All right, so this happened like an hour ago. It says, extremely thankful for God, my teammates, my coaches, and my fans for helping me along my way. Childhood dreams turned to reality. Go Canes. Will Roach, he just committed like an hour ago. I think he's from Medville, Louisiana. I think but the main problem this dude is a punt. This dude's a punt kicker. That's the problem.
Yeah, I can't see it in none of the blogs. A kicker,
Mm-hmm.
but we got the number one kicker in the country for the 24 class.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So this guy must be like a preferred walk on.
Yeah, it got to be.
Yeah, who cares?
I know, right? Who cares?
um,
Yeah.
I think we need to sign. Yo, I really do. We need to sign a big time quarterback in this class.
Man, imagine if Cristobal go in the recruiting class. Well, he already did that, but still, I'm talking like if we get a walk on, man. You know how many commits we gonna have down the road, though.
Because if you think Ja'Cory Brown is a starting college
And
football
he
quarterback,
ain't no starter. He ain't no starter. He may be tall. He may be big and tall, but I don't think he can take the weight though. I really don't
he
think
can't
so.
throw the ball, man. He
Nah.
can't throw the ball. And okay, Garcia left. That's a big loss. And then this kid, nah, we need to sign a stud.
Right.
We need to sign a stud in this year's class. They really need to sign a stud because honestly, that's our future, man. Ja'Cory Brown is not the. What you think over here, man? You think Ja'Cory Brown is a future?
Oh no. Because
Nah,
when he got put into Florida State, I was like, bro, he's not even ready yet for Florida State. He's only a freshman.
Nah, he's not. I think they gave Garcia a bad rap. He threw one bad pass and they never brought him back.
Yeah, I was pissed about that.
I'm like, what? But yeah, man. Florida played us right. They played their cards right. Good.
They good for that bull jump.
And that's why I was talking to an agent
Mm-hmm.
because they played that kid and offered him all that money to decommit.
Mm-hmm.
They knew the whole time they weren't gonna pay him.
That's how you end up in Arizona.
Yeah, because he broke
Arizona State.
he broke his bridges with Miami. So that's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. He effed up. But that sucked because he was about to do good.
Yeah.
He was about to do good.
Cause I was like, yo, this guy.
But
Yeah.
the quarterback position that's a big what's going on because after Van Dyke's gone after this year. What do we have?
Yeah.
We what I think they should do?
What they should do?
They should bring a quarterback in the transfer portal.
That's what they should do.
Yeah,
Imagine if Cristobal going to transfer portal next year. If it happens, I don't know if it happens in 2024.
he don't got no choice.
Imagine
But what do we have? Ja'Cory Brown?
the Corey Brown. That dude reminded me of that quarterback from Oregon in 2021. He reminded me a little bit of him.
Are you talking about Anthony Brown?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
All
yeah.
that man did at Oregon in 2021 and 2020 was just run the ball. He didn't even throw the ball down the field.
I remember Joe. I remember Joey Harrington. I thought that was gonna be the national championship. You know what? Damn, we go to the past a lot. Instead of Nebraska, Miami,
Or
it should
Oregon.
have been Oregon, Miami.
Oregon, they was killing the Pac-10 in 2001.
No, listen, the BCS messed that up. How does
Yeah.
Nebraska, who lost in the
Hmm.
championship game, made it? That championship should have been my Oregon versus Miami. Joey Harrington, he was a good
Yeah.
quarterback too. He was a good quarterback too. Um, I liked him.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I was like, yo, that's crazy though. I was shocked that that Oregon didn't get in the BCS. See, this is the thing I hate about the BCS. Like that one that other team that tried to get in the BCS, they ended up playing in the Cotton Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, the
yeah,
Rose Bowl, but not the national championship game though. Let's go back to Alabama LSU in 2011, that national championship game. That was the most boring national championship game I seen.
they played in the national championship game, Alabama and LSU.
Yeah, and they had Mark Ingram and AJ McCarron and them.
Yeah. I think LSU is going to be good this year, though, too.
They should be good. They should be good. Brian Kelly as a head coach. So
And
I
Brian
got
Kelly's a good coach. He's a good coach.
yes.
I got to give him that. He's a good coach. He's a good coach, man. Um,
He's recruiting alpha though.
he's out there in the South. He's right there in the South, so he's gonna recruit good. Oh, what do you do recruiting good if you suck as a coach? You
That's
know.
a fact. That's a fact.
Let's change the topic a little bit. Bronny James.
Oh,
I think
oh.
he might go to Oregon now.
Hey man. Oh,
He
It's in
he's
there.
gonna. I think he's gonna go to Ohio State, but if he don't go there, he's going to Oregon.
I want to go to Ohio State, man.
You
Ohio
know that's
State.
daddy's
Do
dream.
what LeBron. Do what LeBron never did. Go to
Yeah,
Ohio State. And
that's daddy's dream, though. Go to Ohio State.
yeah.
But it's a business. He'll make a lot more money
it
going
is
to Oregon.
business. It is.
Imagine him going to Oregon and making Nike richer.
Yeah, that's the play. But I'm telling you, the two most overrated athletes is Bronny James and Archie Manning.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All
I
right.
think Archie Manning is a 3-star quarterback. They're too
I
hype.
I kind of agree with you on Archie Manning. Yeah,
No, they're good players. Don't get me wrong. Both
they
of them are
are
good.
they are.
But Bronny James is not a top 20 basketball player.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
No way.
There's
yeah.
no way he'd be a top five. Well, what Ivy said, there's no way about that. I gotta agree with Ivy on that though.
But you know what? He's gonna go to college, and maybe he'll get better in college. It's gonna be a lottery pick. It's gonna be a lottery pick
Nah, he's
because
not a lottery pick.
I feel like he's gonna be like not like
He'll get
like
drafted.
top five, not top five, but like number number 10, like
Nah, no way.
close, a lottery pick. He 1 to 14, 1 to 14,
I say
Hey,
second.
Ivy, on this at on 1 to 14. I gotta get on that though,
one
bro.
to 14.
I say second round.
Second round is
He
great.
a little short too now
He
for
is
his
short.
position.
He is short.
He's
He is
not.
short.
He's a little short for his position.
He is short.
I just think. Okay, if his last name wasn't James or first name Bronny, ain't nobody talking about him.
True. True.
That is true though.
But they're gonna hype it. Like in 2 years, the NBA is gonna hype that because LeBron already said no matter what team he goes to, he's going there. Now, don't get me wrong, LeBron is not. It's not what he used to be at all. You know.
No,
But I think he
he
had
got
bad luck. Anthony Davis was. I think that was LeBron's worst decision ever to play with Anthony Davis.
Yes.
I think his legacy took a huge hit because if he would have made a different decision, he would have probably won 1 or 2 championships. But with Anthony Davis, nah, it's not happening.
no.
But I think I can't wait. Archie Manning, man, I'm gonna say something crazy, but with all the talent in Texas, I don't see him starting like rarely, Don. Like honestly, rarely. He's just not that good. And you know what? Now they rivals 247 Sports they dropped them. Like they all year they used the name, but
They
at the
did
end of
drop
the
him.
day, like they took him from the number 1 quarterback.
Mm.
So I think Archie Manning is very overrated. Um, he's very overrated, and this I just want to see your opinion on that. How y'all think of him, Bronny? Too. I think he's gonna pick Ohio State though. I really do.
Yeah, he should pick Ohio State.
But if it's not Ohio State, he's going to Oregon. How is Oregon's basketball team? I don't even know.
The girls are doing good, but the guys they on and off. I can tell you from watching them, they on and off.
I haven't heard about Oregon basketball since Isaiah Austin was there.
That's a true fact though. That's a very true fact.
Yeah, so it's just a hype, man. It's just a hype. It's just a hype.
I don't see Archie starting over Quinn Ewers next year.
Oh no.
I don't see that happening. So he's gonna probably be a redshirt freshman.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
No, listen, and they got another QB in Texas who I think is amazing. I don't know his name, but you'll see him tall, long dreads, really good quarterback. He's the reason why Archie's never gonna play unless he transfers out.
Hmm.
And Archie got exposed in the All Star game. They were like mocking him. They're like, man, he ain't all that. At the U.S. Army game, he didn't look all that.
They're saying they would take Martell in 2017 because
What about Tim Martell?
he was they were mocking him too in 2017 because when they had a documentary series on Netflix on him.
Yeah, he went to Miami, but he never
He
got
couldn't adapt. he couldn't adapt to Miami.
Nah, he couldn't. Like he could. He just wasn't that good.
Right.
He wasn't that good. He didn't even make third string in Ohio State. Okay, don't get me wrong. They had J.T. Barrett. They had Burrow, but he didn't make no noise out there, man. You know
No.
what I mean? Like well, I wish he would have done better, but he didn't make no noise. He got beat out by Rozier, Malik Rozier or something here.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So it's like, like you wish things were a little different, but they're not. So what are you gonna do? Um, I think definitely they need to get a quarterback in the transfer portal, and that's their best bet for not this year, but honestly, okay. Let's say push comes to shove, bad luck. Van Dyke goes down. Our season's done.
Oh yes.
I think they need to take one in the next portal after spring game because if Van Dyke goes down, what do we have? We're a 4-win team without Van Dyke. 4 or 5 win team.
Mm.
You can't. You gotta bring someone else. Just in case. You got to. You don't got
Yep.
nobody else.
Yep.
Well, and they gotta move on this because what's today's date? The 20th.
Yep. Yes, sir.
They start in hold on 9 days. We're starting spring practice.
Okay.
We got no cornerback, no receivers or running backs, coach. Okay,
That's bad.
so this time next week he gotta have a coach for those two positions.
He gotta make those last two calls.
I'm like, spring practice starts March 1st. They got their big recruiting weekend that weekend. Come on,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta we gotta have this in place. Because then spring practice starts. Well, we got the coordinators, so I like the coordinators. I like them. They're both aggressive, man, and that's what we need. We've been playing too passive over the last 10 years, man.
Just
Like
like
who we had. Well, no, we weren't playing passive on offense with with the dude from SMU, but I like it, man. I like him. I like it. Air it out. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're not a running jumbo team. With air it out. Let the fans have fun.
yeah.
That's what they're playing in the NFL. But yeah, it's concerning, man, when the coaches are leaving like that. That tells me that the bond is not really there as you thought between the coaches and Mario, which that's not good.
Mm.
You don't leave a man hanging like that out of nowhere unless if you're real tight with the person. They just dipped on him. They all left. So
All right.
we'll see,
For
man.
for the viewers watching, thank you guys for watching our sports talk show. Of course, your favorite host, Rashawn 757, with my boy Ivy and Owen, Ronald 757. Like, subscribe, follow our socials too. You know, you can hit Ivy up on the gram. You can hit him up anytime. And also for the viewers watching, whoever's watching on the East Coast or West Coast, turn to your late local news or something on the West Coast. Other than that, we'll see you next Monday at 9 o'clock on YouTube. Hey, hey, Ivy, me and On, we do this. On, watch this. 1, 2, 3. Boom.
Ugh.
What's up,
All right,
G?
man. I'll see ya.
All right,
All right, good night.
all right.